It's Friday night, and what the fuck are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. You're sitting home dreaming about sweaty, built men in underwear. And who better to do it with than the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast? And here's your host, Iconoclast and Dick Taco.
Welcome to the Iconoclastic Wrestling Podcast. I'm Iconoclast.
And I am your host, Dick Taco. What's that all about?
And now, let's talk.
As I lay here.
Now, let's talk about some wrestling. So, let's see. WWE.
All right, we're doing that first. We're going right to the news. That's all we really have is news.
Well, I mean, what else
I have some
about?
reviews of shows.
Like I told you, I didn't watch. I really meant to, but I didn't end up watching Dynamite from Wednesday.
Well, you missed a good show.
I know, because everything I saw said that it's one of the best Dynamites ever, and it's definitely the best Dynamite of the year. They had Lashley debut. They had what show do we have on here?
Halloween Havoc 92. Main event, spin the wheel, make the deal. Jake Robertson's thing.
Sounds bad.
It's awful, but that's Bruno
We got Bruno Sammartino here.
And Tony Schiavone.
Who Bruno Sammartino looks like...
Look, these are all the different kind of matches. Bull rope, spinner's choice, Russian chain, dog collar. Look how cool these are. I quit. Barbed wire, cage, lumberjacks. I mean, you knew they weren't going to do anything.
Prince of Darkness.
No idea. First blood, coal miner's glove, which I think that's what it is.
It's so fucking stupid. It's like a Puffles, Whips, and Buff match.
What is that?
That's from World Wrestling All-Stars. Buff Bagwell did it. So you had like a bunch of women in lingerie sitting around the ring with belts, and they would hit you with them. It's kind of like a lumberjack match. But Buff Bagwell made it up because he's Buff Bagwell.
What the hell's going on here? That's Barbarian and Cactus Jack.
Wait, is this like Moolah's Barn?
I don't know. I wasn't watching WCW.
I'm just telling you, Bruno.
This is after Luger left. I was a Luger fan. When he left, I stopped watching.
You were a fucking Lex Luger fan?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about the Lex Express.
Oh, there's Steve Austin in the ring. Look at that.
Is that Dustin Rhodes?
Yeah, it's Barry Windham. That's Steve Austin in the ring against Brad Armstrong. This is from like Saturday Morning Wrestling. No, it's Saturday night. I see the sign up there. This is because they were tag champs. Well, let's get off of this right now.
No, I'm just gonna say, Bruno. I kept meaning to say this. You kept cutting me off. Bruno Sammartino looks like a mob enforcer.
Okay, he's Italian. He's from Italy. Anyway,
I just remember in WWE 2K24 they put him in the game, and
he's been in every game since 14.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he has as a legendary character.
I don't know, but I just remember playing as him, and his moves are so fucking weird because they had to add shit that he didn't do so that he could be playable. So he does like a top rope move.
See, this is when Bill Watts was running shit. That's Bill Watts right there.
Eric Watts?
Eric Watts might be on this card as like a opening.
There's Rick Rude in his Superman shape.
Yeah.
What was it? He thought that steroids would make his dick fall off?
No, I heard the thing going around a while back was he killed himself because he shot, I don't know, it's ridiculous. They used to shoot Viagra right into his dick. And he was going to have to have his penis amputated. So he killed himself. I mean, that's pretty far-fetched.
Missy High, isn't this the woman you said that had sex with Jim Ross?
Yeah. She's way out of Jim's league. I mean, even now with her fucking... that's Jesse Ventura with the mask on. Holy shit.
Jesse Ventura went to WCW?
Yeah. He got fired from Vince. But anyway.
As we were talking about Dynamite, so there's going to be... Now, let's just talk about Full Gear as well with the card because this goes into it. So, I only saw some snippets of it. I saw Bobby Lashley debut with the new Hurt Syndicate. We saw
He looked so big next to the little guys in AEW.
God, oh, what? I got to hear about all petite wrestling?
Yeah, they're little.
That doesn't mean shit.
I'll whip out the Adam Cole versus Michael Cole picture.
So fucking Hulk Hogan refused to lose to Bret Hart at WrestleMania 9 because he thought Bret Hart was too small.
No, it was going to be SummerSlam.
Well, whatever. He thought Bret Hart was too small.
It ain't whatever, though. Yeah, but Bret Hart was a good wrestler. Like, you can't just deny him.
So are these guys in AEW? Name some.
Oh, I didn't say anything about that, but they are smallish. You can't even deny that.
That doesn't mean shit. That means they can. When you're big and bulky like that, it doesn't mean you're a better fighter in real life. It slows you down. When you're big and muscular like that, it slows you down.
Women weaken legs.
And, it slows you down, and it's way... in terms of submission wrestling, it's way easier to hurt you because you can use the force of your own muscles against you.
Okay. Sorry I said anything. Now, what are we talking about?
We're talking about Dynamite. So one of my favorite segments that they show is they had Alex Marvez trying to catch up with the Elite backstage after the Young Bucks lost their belts. So they lost the belts to Private Party. The arena went wild. And again, I think Tony
because nobody likes the Bucks.
I think Tony listens to our show because...
Oh God, what town were they in?
Cleveland. Oh God, Michael Hayes. That was my history professor last semester.
Michael Hayes?
That was his name, Michael Hayes.
Doc Hendricks.
Professor Michael Hayes taught European history.
Do you play Bad Street every time he walks in?
No.
You should wear my shirt. You want my shirt? Bad Street USA?
No.
I guarantee he's probably heard it before.
No, God, what? I don't have him anymore. I had him for one class last semester. But anyway, there was, God, what was I going to fucking say? Oh, yeah. So, they were in Cleveland. It was a single bowl. It was a single layer arena. The whole place was packed. They did exactly what we were talking about. The whole place was loud. Yeah. Everybody went wild when the private.
It looked kind of ghetto too with the dark lighting. Like not ghetto, but it looked like kind of.
Isn't that good though?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I want.
Oh God, is this fucking Strike Force?
No, it's Z-Man, Johnny Gunn, and Shane Douglas. I don't know who John. Look at Shane Douglas. Holy shit, Mullet Man.
God, he looks like shit.
This is after he was in the WWF already once.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, he was in there in 90. Johnny Gunn, that's Tom Brandy or something.
Who's
Salvador Sincere? Tom Zink. The other half of the Can-Am Connection with Rick Martel back in the WWF.
Can-Am Productions.
No, not the gay porn people. The tag team.
Hey, Can-Am Productions made a wrestling video.
I'm sure they did.
Can we
get into the news here?
Lawrence of the Locker Room. But anyway, this is what I kept wanting to talk about. They, Alex Marvez is trying to catch up to the Elite. So Jack Perry's trying to get into the room, is trying to get into their private locker room, and Daniel Garcia confronts them because they're building towards...
This is the box we're talking about?
Yeah, because they're building towards Daniel Garcia probably winning the TNT belt off Jack Perry. But then they have, which I think is a great way to take the story, but then Alex Marvez opens up the door to the Elite's locker room, and I forget what Okada's doing. He's just standing there. They got Brandon Cutler with the Bucks.
He lives.
They're going through like all their documents, like shredding shit. It's like they're packing all their bags. They're bugging out. They're leaving.
Like this neo-Nazi Moxley's after them.
Well, that's the thing they've been building towards, is that whenever the Death Riders like storm the ring and beat everybody up, the Bucks and the Elite run away. And that's what Daniel Garcia was saying. Like, you're the EVPs. This is your company. Why don't you try to stop them? And that's the thing, is that they're chicken shit heels and they don't want to fight the Death Riders.
Kenny's going to come back and fight him now.
Well,
you know that's coming.
Yeah. Well, Kenny's going to be... He's going to be at some event, I think, in Japan later this year. I forget what it was.
Wrestle Kingdom's in January, right?
Wrestle Kingdom's in January, then the next day is Wrestle Dynasty.
Is it Tanahashi retiring this year?
Next year.
Ah, fuck.
Wrestle Kingdom 2026 is going to be his last match.
God, he's not going to go on a tour, is he, like Cena? Because I have no interest in either one of them. Just retire already.
I don't know. Well,
come out and put your boots in the ring and fuck off.
Well, Tanahashi's got grandma knees.
Oh my God, he was terrible.
When he kept slipping off the turnbuckles.
The announcers covered for him good though.
Yeah, but then they had to what else happened? Oh yeah, they announced on Collision last night where they had some developments on Collision, more stuff with the Acclaim probably breaking up.
Yeah, I had that.
Which I know you have later down there. Max Caster was talking over Anthony Bowens. Anthony Bowens found out that Max Caster kept MVP's card for the Hurt Syndicate.
I don't think much of Max Caster, though.
No, that's what people keep saying, that Anthony Bowens doesn't need him anymore. He should be a single star. They should put him in the Continental Classic.
You know what? Crown Jewel, that was WWE's answer to the Continental Classic.
Why?
Because it's the same thing. It's a once-a-year championship.
No, but the Continental Classic's not a once-a-year championship.
Well, they only did it last year, right?
No, but they're doing it again this year.
I know, but the belt will be up for grabs in the tournament, or you'll get to fight Okada for it. So,
well, because Okada still has the belt.
I know.
And besides, NJPW has a similar thing with the Provisional King of Pro Wrestling Championship, which I've had to explain to you about 4 different times on the air.
Wow, you're so mean.
Hey, well, I know more about modern-day wrestling than you do now, so.
Oh, that's great.
But anyway.
20 cents will get you.
That was, they announced the Tag Team Contender Series, which is going to be all throughout this month. And the way the matches are built up, they're developing the stories as part of the tournament. So, let me see here. It's on the. We'll go over the full Gear card while we're here, too.
Oh, sure.
What? What?
No, I didn't. That's fine.
There's
only like 3 or 4 matches anyway.
There's 6.
Oh.
So for the pre-show, we got Big Boom AJ with Big Justice versus QT Marshall.
Wow. I'm going to make sure I'm in front of the TV for that.
MJF versus...
Is this on a Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. The pay-per-view's on Saturdays now.
Sweet.
MJF versus Adam Cole or Roderick Strong. Because I'm not paying attention at all to that story. That story's like a dead fish. It's terrible. They're just trying to finish it up because they started it. Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page.
I'm interested in seeing that.
Because that was a great match last time.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing that again.
John Moxley versus Orange Cassidy for the AEW World Championship.
They will have a good match, but I hope to God they're not going to put the belt on Pockets.
They're not going to. This is Moxley's first defense.
I mean, I think they are going to put it on him at some point, though.
Well, they should.
Ugh.
With all the work he's done for the company, he's the best ever international champion.
It would depend on the program and who it's against. And I don't think it's this one.
No, it's not.
I mean, it might be, but it's not yet.
Because he's actually older than Moxley. Did you know that? He's 40.
Yeah.
Moxley's 38. Because Orange Cassidy used to be the Fire Ant in Chikara.
Moxley looks 58.
Whatever. You just fucking hate him.
Crawling out of the river, weighing 240 pounds.
It's like
Moxley.
It's like Mankind when they said that he lived in the boiler room underneath the arena.
I love when Jim Cornette said, he's not from Cincinnati. He's from right over the border in Newport, Kentucky, that fucking criminal.
But anyway, they had, what else was they, because they had Orange Cassidy come out and he actually cut like a regular-ish promo. He was like, listen, this really isn't my thing. And because he was in dark denim. He was wearing black denim.
Oh, and he comes out to the Pixies. Where's my mind? Wow. I'm quaking in my boots. But I get the whole significance.
And then we have the four-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The champions, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, and Mark Quinn versus the first match of the Contender Series, Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin versus the Outrunners. Truth Magnum.
It's a 3-way?
What? No. The way it works is there's
a
match on TV. There's like 2 matches on TV a week. And so the winner of the match books a spot in the fatal in the fatal 4-way.
Okay. So
the first match is Top Flight versus the Outrunners. The Outrunners are going to win that. Then it's going to be either FTR versus House of Black. Malachi.
Oh my God, 2 teams you could care less about.
Well, people are saying that they're going to have
FTR needs to go away.
They're going to have the Outrunners and FTR make it in there, so the FTR turns heel and attacks the Outrunners, because everyone loves the Outrunners, and for good reason. They're great.
That would be good, because it would be good for FTR to switch.
Yeah.
Because they either got to go away. They have to go away or something.
Or just turn heel.
Yeah, but they're cold as ice.
And in the last match, La Facion Ingobernable,
Those fuckers and goobers.
Roosh and Dralistico were the Beast Mortos.
Yeah, rigor mortis.
Versus the Acclaimed. Which a lot of people are saying they're going to lose, and that's going to be the split between...
Anthony Bowens is going through the barbershop window.
No, what? No,
you see that? Shivani? Bowens tried to dive through the window to escape.
Oh, God. What a coward. I didn't...
I knew they weren't going to break up. One without Anthony... Oh! I knew he was going to do that. He don't need Jannetty.
No, but that's implying that Max Caster's going to end up being the big star out of this, and that's not true.
Well, it doesn't mean they're not going to try.
Oh, no.
How many other things has Tony tried that hasn't worked?
Oh, no.
A fair amount.
I know. No. Tony knows that Anthony Bowens is the
I don't know if Anthony Bowens would be. I don't know if either. You could have either one of them not be a star.
No, Anthony Bowens is way better in the ring. He's way better on the mic. He's not an asshole in real life like Max Caster is.
So Max Caster's Bart Gunn is what you're saying.
Bart Gunn.
There's Billy. There's the other guy in the tag team was Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, Billy Gunn, Bart Gunn.
Well, because the way it used to be,
Pitbull 2, Pitbull 1.
But they both.
No, Pitbull 2 had a reign with the TV title, and he had a really good program.
And they still called him Pitbull 2?
Yeah. Because Pitbull 1 came out in a halo because Shane Douglas broke his neck.
Because then what was the one?
And he shook him by the halo one time.
What? I forget what the guy looks like. Arn Anderson took a shit in his tights. There's like a lump back there.
That's his cack.
His what?
It's his cack. He's smuggling a knockwurst in there.
What's it? Oh,
God. His cock. Anyway.
No, but there was something else I wanted to say. Because the way it used to be with the Acclaimed is that Anthony Bowens was way better in the ring, and Max Caster was better on the mic. But now Anthony Bowens is good at both those things, so they don't need him no more.
Anthony Bowens might not be any good anyway.
We don't know that.
You don't know he is, though.
That's why they got to split the team and give him a push.
Well, Adam Cole. I want to get back to Adam Cole here. He looks so skinny, like he's going to replace Christian Bale in the remake of The Machinist.
That's what a lot of people were saying, because he had a match on Dynamite with Buddy Matthews.
I saw that.
And they were saying that Buddy Matthews looks great, but Adam Cole looks like... Now, I haven't seen the match. People said Buddy Matthews looks great, but Adam Cole looks like he's malnourished.
Adam Cole looks like George Goulas.
Who?
Nick Goulas, who owned the Memphis territory before it split off and Jarrett owned it,
God, all these fucking territories.
But his son, George, was a wrestler. And he was like 170 pounds.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But he was not in any kind of shape, is what I'm telling you.
It's like Darby weighs that much, but Darby's in good shape. What?
But anyway, he's so skinny, he's making me cry. He needs to go get a foot long, like a day. Extra mayo.
And then you texted me that picture that Michael Cole's in better
Michael Cole is fucking... You can wash your clothes on his abs, for Christ's sake.
Oh, please. Michael Cole still sucks. People say he's a great announcer now. He still sucks.
It took me this long. Oh, he's better without Vince there, though.
I know he's better, but he still sucks. Because their announce team sucks in general compared to AEW.
Well, you are an AEW fan, so you know all about sucking announcing.
AEW's got way better announcers.
No,
Excalibur, Taz, and Nigel McGuinness. That's all you need.
Nigel McGuinness is the only one that I like out of all of them. I never liked Taz as a commentator. They only did that years ago with SmackDown to keep him around. They should have just fired his ass. He's not that good.
And Excalibur,
he's not that big a deal.
And Excalibur, you and a bunch of these people online have this irrational hatred for him.
He was the announcer for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. He's fucking nobody, dude. He shouldn't be on national TV. You know he's Jewish.
So
he's realistic, but he's a luchador.
But
a Jewish luchador.
But he's the play-by-play guy.
Looking for the dollar menu at Taco Bell.
That's not funny. He's the play-by-play guy. His job is to talk fast.
Anyway.
And he does it well.
More about More about AEW. MJF's going to take on QT Marshall at Boca Raton Championship Wrestling on December 15th. I'm glad to see some indies pop back up. But allowing your stars you pay millions for to possibly get hurt for a shit federation is beyond me. Why would you let him go there? You don't need exposure. You're the number 2 fucking federation in the world.
Well, a big reason that AEW,
Even though you don't draw dick, you're still the number 2 federation in the world.
it's for the wrestlers more so. They're allowed to do what they go where they.
That's the problem. Speaking of other problems that Tony
Who's
has.
this ugly looking fuck here?
That's Harley Race.
Oh, okay, he's so sweaty.
He's an old man.
He's talking to Missy Hyatt
Speaking of more bullshit, ROH is closing in on a TV deal. How?
with True TV.
But how? Will they put anything on?
Nothing's on True TV.
Nothing's on Ring of Honor. Nobody's there.
Well, Chris Jericho's the champion now.
Oh, yeah, that's really going to put butts in the seats. Speaking of other people who don't matter.
Just like Mick Foley's WWF champion.
That did draw 700,000 people to change the channel. Marco Stunted Growth announces retirement.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Nobody cares.
Well, he got like a severe concussion, and then he stopped.
And thought he was a wrestler. And
He was the original third member of Jurassic Express, and then it was.
you say that like that fucking means anything.
I don't know. People forget about Jurassic Express.
They try to.
Jurassic Express was a good tag team. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
That goddamn song. With that fucking drunk guy next to us at the Leah Chorus Center doing it. That guy wound up getting thrown out for some reason, I remember.
What the fuck?
He was like over down to the right of us, remember?
No.
Next to you was the guy dressed like Orange Cassidy.
Hey, look, there's Flying Brian Pillman.
Oh, they're Frying Brian?
Flying Brian Pillman before he was the loose cannon.
This is what he's already turned heel, though, here.
This is before he had his ankle fused.
Oh, yeah, this is way before all that. But anyway, getting back to that.
No, Joey Styles. You're not running this interview. I am. Because I'm Brian fucking Pillman. That's one of the best promos ever. My mom hates it.
Of course your mother hates it.
Bischoff takes
good.
it up the ass.
Doo-dah, doo-dah. Bischoff takes it up the ass.
Is that Ricky Steamboat?
Yeah, it's Ricky Steamboat.
Why is he wrestling
I don't fucking
Brian
know.
Pillman?
You think I remember the programs that were going on at the time?
I don't know. You always remember all this other wrestling shit. You remember probably like who was AWA, like who was the last ever AWA champion?
I think it was Larry Zbyszko.
I'll check.
It's going to depend where you look, because AWA Superstars of Wrestling came back later in the 90s, too. But Larry, like the Gagne one, I think Larry's the last one. It's either Larry or Mr. Saito.
AWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Like 1990 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry Zbyszko. First champion, Pat O'Connor.
Which really isn't true. They just named him champion because he was the NWA champion at the time. And he had 90 days to defend it. And the NWA didn't acknowledge the AWA. So Gagne got it on fault because he was... Well, it was trying to like make a peace offering. Like they
most reigns, Vern Gagne.
Well, of course, he owned the fucking territory. He won here like 11 times or something. Never gave it to his son, though.
Who was his son?
Greg Gagne.
That's what I thought it was.
One of the funniest fucking shoot interview guys you ever saw. He swears like a sailor. It's great.
All right, okay, keep going down the format.
WWE news. Speaking of Halloween Havoc that we got on here now, NXT Halloween Havoc had low attendance. No one on the hard camera side. It actually looked like a Dynamite.
That's nice. Very nice. Making fun of my precious AEW.
I'm not making... No, like, that's... Maybe there's something to it. Like, I don't know. I mean, WWE sells out, but... Maybe there's a reason why they're doing all these international pay-per-views, because they can draw better over there. But then you come back and look at the Raws, and the Raws are packed, so I don't know. Many WWE stars wanted Omos fired in 2022 for hurting them. That was per Bobby Lashley on his way out.
I believe that.
He's green as hell.
Omos? Have you seen him since Vince left?
No.
Exactly. I just remember at Money in the Bank one year, everyone just started stacking the ladders on top of him to keep him down. Yeah. And then he got up. It's like when they had that SummerSlam match where it was like a last man standing match with Brock and Roman, and Brock came in with a construction vehicle and tried to turn the ring over onto Roman.
That was good stuff. Crown Jewel
review. She asked you for piss videos.
Crown Jewel review we'll do at the end here, which I'll also go to the botching of Zayn returning to the Bloodline.
I saw how terrible the women's outfits looked.
Oh, God. Actually, they weren't that... I didn't think they were that bad this time.
No, they always look bad.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to the show.
Certain wrestlers like Nia Jax, they always wear stuff like that.
Yeah.
But other wrestlers, the outfits just look like shit most of the time.
Rhea Ripley pulled from 10:30 WWE
I know she had
show.
an orbital fracture.
Yeah, it's pretty bad too. And one of the favorites on the show here, I've been released. Baron Corbin.
I bring the darkness, I am the thunder, I come from hell, and I'll pull you under.
That is the last time he's ever going to have to do that, hopefully. Hopefully Corbin will just hang it up and go back to putting up drywall.
Yeah.
Usos are back together to help.
What is it that Phil always says you look like Baron Corbin?
Yeah, he's the one that started that fucker. Goldberg announced his retirement match against Gunther. Actually alluded to him as the opponent. I hope he slaps the shit out of Goldberg. I hope we get another like when William Regal wrestled him.
Well, Nick Nemeth already talked about it, and he said, yeah, I hope Goldberg hits a spear, a jackhammer, Gunther kicks out at one, then he pins him right away. 3 minutes.
Drew McIntyre's been off TV since Bad Blood. He's home with his family in Europe, said to be dealing with several personal losses. Had 16 staples in his head after the Hell in a Cell match against Punk, so he has earned some well-deserved time off. And finally, another injury news. This is why I sent you an update earlier. Kevin Owens, I don't know if it's kayfabe or not, but he looked like he got hurt. He reportedly he broke his ribs at Crown Jewel after the swanton off the scaffold. Match never even got started. So, all right, let me get the Crown Jewel here.
Oh, God, look at that.
What?
Ricky Steamboat picked up Brian Pillman and was like choking him in the air.
Yeah, he used to always do that.
Huh.
All right, Crown Jewel. I didn't really think much of this show.
Brian Pillman's got like red leopard print tights on. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what he used to wear. The Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and
No, that's not his name.
Who?
Solo, don't get his ass Sikoa.
And Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga with Tongaloa. They had enough sense not to put him in the ring. They defeated Roman Reigns and the Usos by pinfall.
Tongaloa. How can you be a wrestler for 10
Solo
years?
pinned Roman?
Yeah, I know. People thought that was weird.
Well, nothing was weirder when they're outnumbered 4 against 3. So
Who?
you need a fourth one.
Oh yeah. The old
so
Bloodline.
I'm telling your aunt upstairs, I'm like, they need to get Sammy back. And then The Rock will be the wild card in the middle, and he'll probably side with Solo, and then you'll get The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah.
No, well, apparently,
it writes itself.
Because I saw the current plan, apparently, is WrestleMania 41 is going to be main event, is going to be Roman versus The Rock versus Cody.
I don't want to see it triple threat. Not with beefy guys like that. But anyway, then after I say that, you hear the music. And out comes Sammy, and I'm like, holy shit. Now, all 4 original members of the Bloodline are standing in the corners there, right? About to attack Solo. And it's great. It's about to be a good moment. Solo moves. Sammy hits Roman with the haluva kick. And I'm like, why? Why couldn't they just have it? Get them back together. It's a natural build for War Games.
They got to drag the storyline out more.
Yeah, but like this was like a return almost. You only get one shot at it.
Well, they fucked it up.
That's what I mean. It's fucked up. That and pinning Roman was fucked up. But that was 16 minutes and 35 seconds. Not a bad match, but the OG Bloodline does not have it together. Jimmy and Roman are on the same page, but Jay's too busy, yeeting all over the place. I don't buy him as a single star.
And I'm still pretty sure they just gave the Intercontinental title to him just to make Rikishi shut up.
Yeah.
Because Rikishi just always goes on his podcast and talks about like they aren't using my son right.
Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defeated Damage Control, Metaphor, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven by pinfall at 12 minutes to retain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
I bet you were excited to see Piper Niven.
Oh, stop it. Seth freaking Rollins defeated Bronson Reed by pinfall at 12:20.
Who'd you say was Kairi Sane's partner?
Kairi Sane and Io Sky.
Okay.
Did I say Io Sky?
Whatever. It's
Liv Morgan defeated Nia Jax for the Crown Jewel Championship. 8 minutes.
The title that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, but she beat Nia Jax. I mean,
that they only have to appease the Saudi overlords.
Kevin Owens and Randy Orton never got started, like I told you. LA Knight defeated Andrade and Carmelo Hayes by pinfall at 9 minutes and 10 seconds to retain the United States title. It was the popcorn match because it's right before the main event. Cody Rhodes defeated Gunther in a singles match for the inaugural Crown Jewel Championship at 23 minutes. I'm sick of these shows. I think they should do less shows. But nobody wants to do that now. You know what I'm saying? But, like, yeah, they botched the Bloodline return. I think that would have been a great build to War Games as long as they put the roof back on it. Now on the miscellaneous news. Oh, dear.
What?
Hulk Hogan showed up at the MSG Republican thing. You know, the Nazi convention they had at MSG on 10/27?
Yes.
And he had difficulty tearing his shirt off. He looked like your 4-year-old cousin when he tries to get out of his jacket. And his arms are so little. Then, there's another reason I had to send you an update. Because I'm listening to political shit all day because of the election. You can't get away from it. And he's on Fox News.
Oh, no, I've been playing Dragon Age trying to hide away
wearing an orange garbage vest, teasing a possible administration position for Trump. Brother! Fuck is that?
So, it said that RFK Jr. said he's going to have a cabinet position.
Oh,
I bet you Vince is
Mr. Wormbrain?
Yeah, I bet you Vince is going to be Secretary of the Treasury.
God.
Well, hey, Linda McMahon had a position in the first Trump administration, if you remember.
She was the Small Business Administration.
Yeah, because she knows a lot about small business.
Why is TNA so hesitant to put the belt on Joe Hendry?
I have an idea.
What?
The only idea I can think of is that they know that he's going to be going to WWE soon.
Oh, absolutely.
Please, nobody wants to stay there.
Joe's the only reason to watch.
Well, now that Chris Bay might never wrestle again.
Why,
you see that?
No.
He broke his neck.
When? At the pay-per-view?
Or at some taping, I don't know, but he's in the hospital.
Wow, I just looked up Samhain too.
Yeah?
They have the matches, but they don't have any results.
Okay, well, can you read the matches at least?
Yeah, I mean, we'll eventually get these results one of these days.
Yeah, like a month. Well, because I told you what they do now. They're going to split these up.
Yeah, but the last time we were able to look up something, this is weird. Because this happened like a week ago.
Yeah, but that's because they're going to air it over the next 3 months.
Like nobody was there? Wait a minute. There has to be results. Give me SmackDown Hotel's got results.
Oh, yeah, that's why I go for wrestling video game rosters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This doesn't have good results either. All right, we'll just go with the matches then. You're shaking your leg like a dog that has fleas. Knock it off.
Yeah, James Mitchell better have been there.
Tom Latimer versus EC3 for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
That was the first match?
No, this is just the matches that are listed.
Oh.
Knox and Murdoch versus Blunt Force Trauma, Carnage and Damage with Aaron Stevens.
Who?
For the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Blunt Force Trauma, Carnage and Damage.
No, but who's Aaron Stevens?
Damien Sandow. Alex Taylor defends the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship against Jack Cartwheel, who actually has a hyperlink. Let's see what this doofus looks like. Kind of like what I thought he would. Oh, look, he's wrestled for Garbage Championship Wrestling.
Look. Wait. Can you show me what he looks like?
Yeah, he looks like a tool. That's there. Look, it should just say Big Doofy Tool Bag right on this picture.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about GCW after this.
What?
We'll talk about GCW after this.
Not if we don't have to. It's fine.
I know you don't like GCW, but
the Country Gentlemen, Joe Kazana, AJ Kazana, and KC Kazana versus the Slime Balls, Sage Chance and Tommy Rand, and to be announced in a 6-man. Mims defends the NWA National Heavyweight Championship, accompanied by Black G's, BLKG's, versus Birchill. Hit it. Kylie Page versus Natalia Markova versus Hollywood Haley J. Colby Carino and Brian Idol versus the Southern Six. Kerry Morton and Thrillbilly Silas Mason. How are they the Southern Six? There's only two of them.
Wait, is it Kerry Morton like Jr. or is it?
No, that's Ricky Morton's son.
Oh, Kerry Morton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Max the Impaler,
Oh yeah.
NWA World Television Championship with Father James Mitchell versus Carson Drake in a Hell 8s match. Kenzie Page defends the NWA World Women's Championship against Tiffany Nieves. The It Girls, Ella Envy and Miss Star, defend the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championship against the Caribbean Flow, La Rosa Negra and Ruthie J. In another tag team match, Temple of Doom, Stone Rockwell and the Beastman versus to be announced. Daisy Kill and Talos versus the Immortals, Kratos and Odinson. Tag team match to determine the number one contender to the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Zion and Magic Jake Dumas with Austin Idol versus Baron Von Storm and Jax Dane. Storm is banned from using the claw hold.
What?
That is some old. That reads like some old school shit right there.
What do you mean old school shit?
That's just like, that's like what you read, like, like the city fairgrounds.
Well, that's the point.
Do you hear about Vince launching a new entertainment company?
Yes.
What the fuck is that shit?
Apparently with several former WWE employees.
Kevin Dunn's not involved, I didn't hear.
Oh, but we'll talk about GCW. So
go ahead, because
Nick
Gage and them parted ways,
Yeah, they lost Nick Gage, their biggest superstar.
That might be the best thing that ever happened to him. He's not a fucking superstar. He's a fucking loser.
The pank addicted drug robber.
Oh my god, he's about 5'6".
Hey, he had a match on Dynamite.
Okay, so the Matt Cardona, he's another loser.
Why do you hate Matt Cardona?
He's a loser. Did I make myself clear?
He's in like bionic shape.
Oh yeah, he's in great shape. Did you ever see his dad?
No.
When he won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, the next night on Raw, because the Raw after WrestleMania is always big. His dad was in the front row. His dad was more jacked than he was.
Zack Ryder. That's when he was.
Woo woo woo.
Was that his theme?
Yeah, your cousin loved him when he was like 4. He was like woo woo woo. He was 4. He was to walk around the house doing it. We used to play WWE 2K16 against each other. I would be Sting and he was Zack Ryder. It was nobody would pay to see that.
Well, it's like that's almost as good as
Fandango?
Yeah, Fandango. He was in TNA.
Jericho put him over at WrestleMania. Begrudgingly, but he did it.
Oh, well, Jericho doesn't put anyone over anymore.
Well, it's because nobody makes you put people over at AEW. Like, I told you, man.
I am the loading tree! Spotlight by Judas.
So what's going on with GCW? What's going on with GCW?
No, that's what I wanted to say was just the Nick Gage thing.
Yeah, he no-showed a show back in August and he went to rehab because he's a pillhead.
Well, Zilla Fatu left too.
Well, no, he's banned. Which might be the best thing that ever happened to him.
Zilla Fatu. Well, he's gonna be born.
Now there's a wrestler on screen right there.
Who's that?
Nikita Koloff.
I get him mixed up with Ivan Koloff.
Ivan's the uncle.
Oh. And then there's Vladimir Kozlov, who I used to also get mixed up.
There was a Vladimir Koloff later, too. He looked like Nikita.
Oh, well then, because Vladimir Kozlov, that was in like WWE in like 2012.
Yeah. Well, in the Russian faction, it was Ivan and Nikita Koloff, and then later Crusher Khrushchev, who was later Smash from Demolition, Barry Darcy.
Iran, hey! Russia, hey! America! Right, that was Iron Sheik.
Yeah. Which he actually defected from Iran. He was the total opposite.
All right, is that it?
No, we got
Do we have anything else to talk about?
Did you see Paul Walter Hauser on 83 Weeks? He called Court Bauer from MLW on the phone.
Yeah. And
said he wanted Eric Bischoff to come to MLW for a one-shot. Said he'd give Bischoff total creative control.
Everything will die in a second.
And finally, we're going to do, hold on, NJPW Power Struggle.
Woo, woo, woo!
You know it!
That's
the Long Island Z. That's what he used to call himself. He was the internet champion. I hate him so much. Here we go. NJPW Power Struggle 2024. I just heard about this today. It's going to be Zack Saber's first, I guess.
Title defense.
Defense, right? Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
A lot of matches announced, too. Holy shit.
Okay, well.
Pre-show, Shomakedo Capitan Suicida and Tiger Mask versus Ninja Mac, the DKC, and Yo. Y-H-Y-O-H? Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Could you expand on that?
I get him. Wait, well, I get Yo and Show mixed up. So.
Well, there he is. Yo.
Oh, yeah, okay. I know who that is. Yeah.
The Intergalactic Jet Setters, Kevin Knight and Kushida.
Yeah.
Kutsuya Murashima, Paris De Silva.
Murashima.
Whatever. Paris De Silva and Jude London versus Bullet Club War Dogs. Gabe Kidd, Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, Robbie X, and Taji Ishimori in a 10-man tag. In an 8-man tag following that, Dragon Dia, Ryosuke Taguchi, Tomoaki Homa, and
Ryusuke Taguchi.
Toru Yano versus
Toru Yano. Oh.
Toru Yano. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
Versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Tetsuya Naito, Yota Tsuji, Bushi, and Hiromu Takahashi in an 8-man. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Bolton Oleg versus House of Torture, Evil, and Ren Narita.
Oh, okay. There's like maybe 2 good wrestlers in that match.
Sonata versus Shota Umino in a singles match.
Huh.
The Mighty Don't Kneel, Mikey Nichols and Shane Hayes, the IWGP Tag Champions, defend against United Empire, Grado Khan, and Hanari. And the other... Hanari, tomato. The other The Mighty Don't Kneel, Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita versus Catch 22, TJP, and Francesco Akira in the 2024 Super Junior Tag League Finals. Dowkie. I took a Dowkie earlier. The IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion defends against the Jedi Master Wato. David Finlay defends the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion against Taichi. Who's Taichi?
Taichi?
Sure.
I know who that is.
And then finally, Zack Sabre Jr. defends his first defense of the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Shingo Takagi.
That'd be a good match.
I'll see if I can get it. This is funny though. We're looking at this with Nikita Koloff and Vader. This is Nikita's last match ever.
Really?
Yeah, because Vader injures him. Vader was on an injury streak. He concussed Mick Foley. He did something to him. I don't know, but you never saw him again. Whoa. See, they had no mats either around the ring. Bill Watts refused.
I was watching AJ Styles and Eric Watts today versus, was it Dusty? No, it wasn't versus Jeff Jarrett and Abyss for control of TNA.
Oh my God.
Eric Watts was wearing
jeans. Being held against your will?
Eric Watts was wearing jeans he was wearing baggy jeans that said DOA on them.
So when's Full Gear? Like the 26th or something?
Yeah.
No.
24th or something.
Yeah, 24th. It's right before Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
I think Survivor Series is after Thanksgiving. Like that Saturday. The 30th. I'm telling you, they blew it. It should have just been Sammy joined the Bloodline again, 4-on-4, Rock's in the middle. He sides with Solo. They get rid of Tongaloa because he sucks.
How can someone be so experienced yet so green?
They bring Hikuleo in. That kind of screws it up. But there's something to that though. If they didn't bring him in yet, he must not be doing well or something. You know.
Whatever. And then they're going to bring in Zilla Fatu or Journey Fatu because Rikishi has dozens of children.
I don't understand why Rikishi has any say in any of this shit.
Because he's hyper virile.
Well, I guess that'll do it for this week.
See ya!
Good night, everybody.
Get your hand off my penis!